Because the next day they switch off the phone, I don't know where to go. And hey, where's the things? Where's the data? I'm like, no, the network. I'm like, the network? How about you come to my party and see how the network is going? Do you see what I mean? So what I've asked the guys, and always I challenge the guys, is to move away from the one-man show, the one-woman show. You've got to find a co-founder. And in the black culture, it sounds a little bit off. A co-founder. So I must find a partner. But I don't know how difficult it was for me to start this company. I must find another guy who's going to benefit from my sweat. Now, right then, I immediately then know, right? This person, number one, right? Number one, this person doesn't have the ability to trust and work with the team. Saying that they're not entirely accountable, right? So now they can't be a leader. So this two employee-based company will never this one-man show. It's so convenient for a lot of people. I get orders. You know, when it's quiet, no, it's a salary. Go to SAB, come back. SAB, come back. Somebody calls, level calls and say, hey, how much is the work? Like, I bought like 6.5. 6.5, what do they need? No, they need some help here. But yeah, no, sure, we're still doing business. Yeah, we can come through, we can plug it up. Right? Now, we're never going to work with those kind of people. We're looking for people that are sitting there, they've got ideas and businesses and saying, look, at the end of the day, I want to grow it and then ultimately have 100 people across the world and county working in this company. And I don't even have to lift my finger because I'm going to get people that are even more better than me. And I don't understand why people are so uncomfortable with this thing. Because you're never going to grow. I can tell you today, you're never going to grow if you're all doing you're doing everything by yourself. You'll never. I can assure you, I can do my last dollar. You can go for as far as you can. It will just be a business, a family business, whatever business, and whatever it is, you know, it's like, no, Ekaya, you know, been running this pasta shop since 1983. Yeah, it will be a pasta shop forever. It will be a pasta shop forever. And there's ways on how to find a co-founder. Number one, find somebody that's better than you. Mm-hmm. Somebody that shares your passion. Find somebody. It must be somebody that you already know. You mustn't find a stranger. They will clean you out. They will clean you out. You wake up the next day. Before you slept, the bank balance was 1.5. Wake up the next day, it's like 1,500. Like, how do you go from 1.5 million to 1,500, bruh? Like, what's wrong with you? So it's very key, guys. And I'm telling you now, in the international space, as you come from Bloemfontein, compete with the guys in Western Cape, compete with the guys in Johannesburg. I'm asking, people are asking. So, Chief, who are you working with? You're like, I just do this by myself. It doesn't inspire confidence. But also when you have somebody else, you've got a diversity of skill. And that contributes positively into the sustainability of the business. Because then you know, if he can't do it, somebody's going to do it. If shit happens there, he's going to pick up the shit. Does that make sense? So please, I'm challenging you today. If you do not have a business partner or a co-founder, you can even build or grow your own co-founder or business partner. Your own employee. You can find somebody that you need to grow. And you know what's beautiful about that one, that option, is because you're grooming him to be the kind of partner that you want. You're like, this one, I want a partner that when I say my guy, this, they won't necessarily just say yes. It's not a yes, man. But they will give me the kind of diversity, the kind of enthusiasm, the kind of support, the kind of encouragement that I'm looking for. Because you're always looking for cheerleading. But you're also assisting yourself because then you share the load. You share the load. You don't go to sleep with all these worries by yourself. You see what I mean? Please, guys, that's very key. The last point is to add on the team. And I've said this to the team here. I've said it to a number of places. We've just recently launched a program to support what I'm going to talk about. We've launched something called the Board of Directors. A lot of young entrepreneurs know nothing about Board of Directors. They don't want to do anything with Board of Directors. The Board of Directors, what? What are they directing? Who are they directing? Do you know how much it took for me to start this company? Now I must get people who have no clue why I started. Now they must come and direct me. It can't work. I can tell you today, look, you'll mark this day in the next coming 7 years, 8 years or so. When you come, you know how cool it is when a young entrepreneur sits on the other table and says, look guys, I'm here to propose and negotiate what we can do for you. Right? And Minir van der Merwe is sitting on the other side with Octavius Pugube and Belinda Pele. We all diverse. And there is the young entrepreneur saying, look, I can do this thing for this amount of money, for this amount of time, and I need you guys to support me. I need approval by this time, I need the percentage first payment paid by this time. And I'm willing to go as far as I can to help you guys to achieve your goals. I'm willing to be a partner. And the other table says, look, budget doesn't allow it. So what can you do? We don't have that kind of money. Right? So we suggest you take about 30% cut on this budget. Is just not there. And this is the potential track, prospective track. It's like SAP. So you've always been looking to get an SAP account. You're like, yes. Right then in the meeting, they're like 30%. The back of your mind, you know, this is eating into my margins. I'm not going to make money out of this thing. Now, right there in that spot, you get an entrepreneur that says, hang on, guys. I need to consult with the board of directors. I need to get a directive from the board of directors. I need to get an approval if this is what we want to do. Do you know how much of a money fund that is? Sort of from my French guys. But do you know what that does to the guys who are sitting on the other side?
It says here?
Yeah. What? Who are you consulting? Like, no, I need to consult with my board of directors. You've got a board of directors? Yes, I do have a board of directors. I'm accountable to the money that we use. I'm accountable to the resources that I use. I'm accountable to ensuring that I deliver shareholder value to the people that own this company. Do you know what that means? That means you can easily take off your cap and step aside and say, that's the company, guys. The board of directors will approve. I am aside. The company can continue and grow as much as it can. So the company is sustainable beyond me as the person. But I'm also accountable. So meaning if you were to decide and agree that you're going to give me the half a billion, there's $500 million. I've got structures and governance of responsibilities and accountability as a young entrepreneur. And by the way, these things you don't have to be like maintaining over 150 million in a year and paying salaries of like 150,000 a month. No, small as you are. Because once you then come and compete with guys that are getting contracts from SAP, those are the things I call tiebreakers. You're all doing the same thing. PR. Okay, cool. That's fine. I've got a huge gig coming up. I've got a handsome festival of legends. Right? I'm expecting like thousands and thousands of revelers to come here. I don't want nobody messing up that festival. Are you telling me you're doing this thing by yourself? Hi, man. Wait a minute. So investing in board of directors, guys, is very important. It's very key. Right? And I know a lot of guys are saying, but I can't even afford this, guys. I can't afford, to pay board of directors. Board of directors, they sit like, once a quarter, right? And you pay them a sitting, like a board of directors for ESCOM, they'll sit in for a 1 hour meeting and get paid 20,000 rands. And you're thinking, but as a small business, I can't afford those things. But it's difficult as it is to pay my own salary. Now I must pay other guys. And right? But it's knowing at what point of your business you've got to pull in all those elements, processes, and systems, right? You can't be turning over 10,000 a month and you're looking for, board of directors. 10,000 a month, you're hardly even paying yourself. So what are you accountable for? But you can't be turning over 10,000 a month and you want to do business with SAP. It just doesn't make sense. Because I'm going to ask you about your ability to deliver the contract. Where's your working capital? You're barely making 100,000, and this project is like 1 million. It needs you to have like a 1%, 10% of what we need to be doing. So what do you mean? So, but it doesn't take away the importance of having a sounding board. People that are going to offer strategic advice, people that are going to qualify, people that are going to also give you linkages and networks. Well, that's the responsibility of the board. So as they sit in your meeting, they say, okay, Octavius, you are the founder and the CEO, no problem. We need you to account for the past 3 months. How is the business done? How is the business done? Tell us. Revenue, any special. What are we doing? Is the needle moving, not moving? What's the business here? But what that also does is challenge. Is you say, hold on, put in somebody as a sales director, as a business development director, and make them a co-founder. And they push that bit. They have their own KPIs, and I've got my other things. And then we grow the business together. Stop with this greediness, wanting to take all the credit and all the money. You're never going to grow. And that's the difference between, a lot of young entrepreneurs, black young entrepreneurs, we didn't grow with the benefit of a family that has an uncle and an aunt and a sister that understands business, where they can offer you free strategic advice and call a CEO of Bidvest and say, look, I want to set stick-ins with them. Hey, I've got my nephew. They want to have a meeting with you, man. Do you still remember me? Oh, OP, yeah. No. Hey, man, that teacher used to hate us. We don't have that benefit. We all went to public school. I don't know any of my friends that are places now that I can call and say, hey, PR, okay, don't want to call my friend who's the DG or is the director for a call. Hey, my buddy, we don't have that luxury. But we've got to work even harder to keep up and to come and be able to have that baseline. So I hope you guys will have those kind of things. But maybe my parting shot is, when the guys that have started, we've got our business ideas. One thing that you never want to let go of, you never want to forget. And I've said a lot of things. I apologize, but I'm more than happy to share them afterwards if you guys want to. Some of the summaries that I've talked about. You've got to be able to have a numerical measure of your business. If you're starting a company or you've got an existing company, you have no list of KPIs that measures whether your business is doing well or not. And then, my friend, there's something wrong with you. It has to be numerical. So we're sitting in July on the 17th of 2014. Where are we in the 17th of July 2015? Do you have a number? Don't tell me no, but you can be there. We can. We're hoping to get into it. What does getting into SAP mean? In rent value for revenue for a contract. Whether it's a 200,000 or 250,000. So please, you've got to keep those in mind. You've got to be able to price your things correctly. You've got to have KPIs and be able to identify a number and correctly measure whether your business is doing well. Have a board of directors. Go and find a co-founder and make sure that you guys are able to respond and solve a problem that is able to really differentiate you guys from the rest of other guys. My name is OP. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause and take his opinion. Thank you very much. I think if there's one thing that's amazing about this guy is that he speaks from the heart. And the good thing as well is that he always kind of sees the one element, which is the entrepreneurship element and the corporate element. So when he gives you solid advice around what to do, how to approach certain things, please take it to heart and then be able to say, look, I need to be able to look at my business and how I can be able to implement certain things and structures within it. So he sits on the other side and he sits on the other side. So I don't know whether he's on the picket fence or, nonetheless, for the interest of time, guys, can I please, because I know I'm hungry already. So can I please ask that we ask him 4 questions, very short, very brief, and if you can please allow us very brief questions, and then we can be able to then go and have something to eat. Can we start over here?
I've got 2 questions, if that's okay. My first question is, last time when I was in high school, I was in a program for SASO. It was a science program. And I said an idea, and everyone got excited about it. I didn't go very far. And the next thing, 3 years later, I see some guy in China with my idea for SASO. And I'm like, what happened? You understand? So I need to know now, how safe are our ideas here? The second question is, for the partners that you mentioned there, what type of agreement should we have with our partners? Because when you go to the bank and you say you're starting a company and you have partners, they ask you what type of contract you want to sign. Do you want to sign a joint venture contract, or you want to sign the other contracts? And I need to know, because friendship and business are very 2 different things. So I need to know what type of contracts for, if we want to have partners, should we draw up at the bank when we start our companies?
Cool. So this is big news. These are big news, yeah? I'm going to share quick big news. Your idea is not protected by anything. I'll tell you one thing. In the space of investment across the world, right, the reality is you can sit in your little corner there and not share your idea anywhere, anyhow. But there's somebody somewhere who's going to come with even a double better over that idea. What I've always asked and encouraged people to do is, because that is the reality, you can't change all about it. And you're not the first person, and you're definitely not the last person. Right? And a lot of guys, many of us talk about, how easily can I protect my idea? IP, trademark, copyright, and whatnot. So you're an artist. So let me ask you this question. So an artist got a demo. Right? What do they do with the demo? They go to a post office, put it in a pack, post it back to you. Right? Some law, and the law, South African law, recognizes that as your property, because you put a date stamp on your idea. So when another DJ comes with a beat, they're like, hey, hold on, buddy, this is my beat. I came with that beat 4 years ago. Like, what proof do you have? No. Here is the stamp. Here's the proof. Here it is. So it's documenting that idea. So easily, if it's a business idea, you've got to be able to email it to yourself. Simple. You're putting a date stamp on it. A lot of people don't know about this thing. All you're just doing, you're emailing yourself your own idea. So I've got my private email address, jr@gmail. I've got an idea. Subject line, what was an idea? Email, blah, 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 blah. Email it to myself. So that after 4 years, I go back. I'm like, homies, hang on. This is my idea. Oh, how is it your idea? Oh, here's my date stamp. I sent it 4 years ago, the 18th of whatnot, this time is the 2nd. Here's my idea. So you want to argue that? And then you can submit it in the court of law. It's very easily submissible. And it's easily arguable. But the question of contracts, look, it differs. It really differs. I don't encourage people to have necessarily partnership with their friends, right? And it's not a straight line rule. It's not cut in stone. Other people with their friends, they go on and create successful businesses. Really, it's a social thing, right? But I always say, look, if you guys, the one fundamental thing that you've got to have in common is you want to be able to complement each other in terms of energy, but also share the passion. If you guys don't share the passion in anything that you guys do, it's going to be incredibly difficult. The same way that, couples even get into business. Denise, she's in business with her husband. They two couldn't come with us today. It's because they share the same passion. And it will get difficult. The reality is it will not be easy, because times where you've got to make decisions. The other one is going that direction, the other is going that. Screw you. Go with that direction. In terms of partnership, we can have terms and conditions. But I always say the other person must also have something that they're giving away. So it mustn't just be a partnership, a joint venture where we're just putting in and nobody's losing anything, and you're giving like 10,000 investment in this, other person just bringing, if they're joining their partner, they must leave their full-time job. Nobody must be full-time and the other one is full-time at SAP, the other one is working full-time in the business. That creates a bad relationship, But in terms of whether it's a joint venture, it's a partnership, I always say, look, for the purpose of a single person, a single business, go for a partnership. You've got a dual responsibility. If it's a risk, it's a reward, you share equally. But if it's, for example, a business-to-business partnership, it's a joint venture. So we are joining forces. You've got PR, I've got communications, business, joint venture, we do a project, we part ways. But then there's Octavius and Jew who want to start a business together as individuals. We definitely get into a partnership. We even get into a company with 50% ownership.
Right. My brother, what I wanted to find out from you was when it comes to getting the board of directors, sorting that kind of situation out, how does one go about, let's say you've got a farm that's making a turnover of 1.2 for argument's sake, so 4 million per annum. How does one go about? Do you look at different people, or how does one go about to get a board of directors that's going to be able to work with them?
Okay, cool. That's a cool question, by the way. So be smart about it. So you know your industry. You need to identify 4 key business questions. Do you see what I mean? Because if you're going to have a bot that's not going to help you grow and solve the business constraint, it's useless. It becomes like a stock strategy, and they just talk and then it's a lie. You understand? Even better, other stock firms do better than that. So you've got to identify your business constraints. So, for example, your business constraint could be access to markets. You're saying, look, I need to get into Spark, right? I need to get my product into Spark. But who do I know that can I get an expert in supply chain, an expert buyer, like a former buyer who used to sit in one of the retailers, somebody who's passionate, who's in there, get that person. Of course, you've got to remunerate them. I don't want to do it for free, but you could also have a share agreement. Say, look, if you open up this kind of opportunities, this size, you're going to get a share of 10%, 15%. Then they see themselves. It's like somebody was talking about what they do is they are a network, they are a dealer. So, guys, my own business is ideal. So, you're a farmer, you are a butchery. I'm going to connect you guys. If I find you a butchery for your product who's willing, I need a 5% share of the money that you're going to make. Same way with the butcher. But get the 4 business constraints. Get people that you know in your vicinity use your food, your 3 Fs, family, friends, and fooders, and see who can plug into those things. If you don't, then it's easy nowadays to really find people around to get into the Institute of Directors, find people who match that profile, even sit with them, go out with them, get them drunk. I don't know lie, get them drunk, and then ask the questions. Get them drunk. I swear to you, that thing works all the damn time. People, when they make deals, they get you the most drunk. Then they're going to tell the truth. And I say, look, I can give you 5%. You're like, fuck you, I'm not getting 5%. 25%. And that's the norm. That's how people do businesses. That's how it is. That's how it is. I hope I've answered your question. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, all right. I just want to know. All right. I just want to know more in hospitality. In your Kickstarter competition, do you consider pitches that are done concerning hospitality? Because most of the people, if you check, they are all in hospitality.
So SAP Kickstart takes any and every industrial sector or anything. As long as you can see there is sustainability, there's going to be a positive social impact in the business. Does that make sense? So we're not particular whether it's hospitality. I mean, there's one guy who's into tooling, mining, agriculture, one guy's in construction, other guys in PR and other things. I can't remember what we were in, but it's very diverse. That's the beauty about our product. is very diverse. So we've had guys who do art as well. In fact, this year the guys that are taking training, the one has got an art gallery in Kimberley, another one has got an art gallery in Soweto. A couple of other guys are into exports. Other people are into manufacturing of products and plastics and all this kind of thing. It's really varies. We're not particular whether this or that. It's good enough.
Fantastic. Ladies and gents, thank you very much, Octavius. Everyone's words, thank you very much. That's his signature move, by the way. Signature move. Thank you very much, guys. Just in closing, ladies and gents, I think it's fair for the interest of time for us to announce the pitch winner. Do we know who that is? Yeah.
The poet.
Congratulations, man. See, it works. It works. Yeah. So.
Notice that how he's dressed. The audience laughing.
What do you guys think? What do you? Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know whether we need to call Tavis up again so that you can announce the prize. No. Yes. Come through, so you can hear what this is about.
Okay, so this is quite cool, and we go around the country dishing out beer and everything else. So it's getting 2 cases of Hassanai. That's it. Thank you so much. I'm kidding. I'm joking, he's not getting 2 cases of Hassanai. Although I can get you one, we've got 2 cases of Hassanai. I can buy you now. But it's fine, don't worry. So, to go with our obsession as a big Kickstarter of igniting the culture of entrepreneurship and then changing the culture of entrepreneurship. So I'm going to give you my guy 2,000 cash prize. You're going to bank account very soon. This is the money man. If he hasn't sent it to your bank account in the next 48 hours,
I'll fish him.
I think the key, and I don't know if the spoke about this, the PE, Island, Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg, Pretoria. We're going around the country in almost every city now. And the idea here is to try and enable, smaller scale, enable young entrepreneurs, startups, to cover the smallest things that a lot of people take for granted. And I've seen, in our program, young entrepreneurs, where they don't even have money to go and meet the client. The smallest thing, they don't have cash flow. They don't have cash to go and meet a client. Like, guys, so this money, hopefully, my man, you can use it to get other artists independent. Schemish and whatnot. So well done. Cool.
Guys, thank you for coming tonight. And I would like to urge you, how many of you and click on the THUDBloem link on the Bloemfontein so we can send you an invitation. And it's up to you to make sure that we can bring the hookup dinner here on a monthly basis. It is that important. We can't come back to your city unless you want it. I think it's a fair bargain. Aubrey, just stand up. This entrepreneur locally, I mean, he showed initiative by bugging me and by ensuring that we found the venue. So I think it's only fair that we're going to give him an opportunity for the next 3 months to see what he can do in terms of rallying the community locally to make sure that we have another event as soon as possible. We'll be celebrating our second birthday on the 1st of August. If you are internet enabled and you can tune in into the live stream, make sure you do. We're connecting 4 cities in one night. So Joburg, Pretoria, Cape Town, and Durban will all be connected on the same night. If you guys have got resources here in Bloemfontein to come and gather in an environment like this for the first, hey, take up the challenge. This is where we throw it back to you. You guys are going to let us know whether you want to be part of that community, but we can't throw any money into it. It's too soon. This is where we're launching it and testing it, and we're hoping that we can gather together again. There's food at the back. We normally sell food and drinks. That's the culture of the hookup dinner. We're looking for a caterer. But we don't need to money, so it's not too expensive. For tonight, because hey, it's a launch, free drinks, free food, thanks to SAB Kickstart, and I'm hoping we can gather again. Tomorrow we're on radio, 5:30. Tune into Metro FM. You will hear one of the success stories of the hookup dinner. And I shall forgive on Paul's show. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Hold on. All three.